Greetings and welcome to Unispirical Muse, brought to you by One Spirical Love. I worked in accounting for over 13 years. I'm a certified financial planner, and my oldest child is over 40. And when you're married, you got kids, you're working, you're in college, it's like you gotta budget your time, money, and energy. So, in order to do that, I shopped for over 30 years, bulk foods. Back in the day, Smart and Final is in Southwest, California, Nevada, um, Arizona. So different states will have Smart and Final before Costco was ever invented. So basically, if you own a restaurant, you're going to shop at Smart and Final because you got bulk toilet paper, paper towels, food, like everything you need in bulk. And they got pots and pans and all that yada yada. All right. So you got to make sure that you're budgeting your time, money, and energy. And when I cook for health first, taste second. You cook for what your body needs, not for what you want. So it's about health first, taste second. So basically, years ago, I put a spreadsheet for a budget for the year because I want to break it down that my rent or my house mortgage or whatever, yeah, I've owned houses and everything. So anyways, you want to know how much is it per month. And you want to break that down per week. So if all of a sudden something happens, you got to go to the dentist, you want to have it broken down that, oh, I'm paying $3 a week for the dentist. You will then save that up in your budget, you see? So for me, my budget, I have personal budget, financial. I have a personal budget for time management. And then, of course, a budget for energy because I work hard, play hard, and rest hard. I'm hardcore. All right, we got a budget. At the beginning of the year, I'm trying to, after cancer treatments, you still have all the liquid because it was sinus phase nasopharynx cancer, where the sinuses meet in the middle of the head. The cancer was eating the bone in my head. So it's gone like in March of last year. So yeah, I've had a lot of life since then. Let's move it on. They still make you go to the doctor for 5 years after the cancer's gone just to make sure it doesn't come back. I got all this time in the world, right? I got time to do that. Anyways, moving on. So basically, you want to, in everything in life, in your lifestyle, mentally, in your lifestyle, emotionally, in your lifestyle, physically, in your lifestyle, spiritually, you want to balance your unbalance. So, for a balance, a peace of mind, you then have a budget. And in my budget, I am going to have my personal budget. As I said, I will have my budget for time management, and I will have my budget for energy. Now, you could do this on a spreadsheet or whatever floats your boat. You want to do it on a, Word document, whatever, and put in your little tables, as long as you got a table going, because you're going to put it inside each deal. Just like as if you work in accounting, you have to plug in all the numbers in all the different places. So we got January through December. So at the end, I will have a total. I want to know per week. Start out by the month, and then you're going to break it down per week. So let's say Best Buy, I went and I paid in February $162.44 because I wanted Word, PowerPoint, all of this good stuff on my computer. So have that. Back in March, I paid $48.71 for my work boots. And of course, my work boots, they last about 4 to 5 years. It's called taking care of your items. So we got Circle K. I don't know. I work so hard all week that on Friday is basically I go out and I get myself something. It's fun, fantastic, finger food Friday, like as if it was date night. You know what I'm saying? So I would then treat myself to something every Friday. And of course, I have a budget because it's like I'm not paying more than $15 per meal. That's ridiculous. So I'll just go home and make it myself, and I can make it way better and way cheaper. I want something quick and convenient that is healthy and tasty. Now, once a week, because after cancer treatments and during cancer treatments, you do chemo, you lose all your hair. Oh, it's no big whoop. I'll do Sinead O'Connor. Hello. So anyways, it's all growing back, and it's like getting a little too long, and I hate when the hair is in my eyeballs, or it's poking me in the ears or in my neck. Ooh. Okay, we ain't gonna cut it because my hair used to be down to my butt. Let's just get it all back where it was before all that mess happened. So right now I'm using this deal until I start getting some more, you know, I like the rubber bands without rubber. It's like cotton or something. So anyways, you could put it under your baseball cap because being a landscaper, it has to like be straight because you don't want it all hooked up in your machine and your plants and all this other jazz. So you got to make sure it's tight and you are uniformed. All right. So my hair will grow back. It's getting there, and it's covering up my, whatever you call it. It's the implants in my bone for the hearing aids, cochlear or something, whatever. The little ones that goes in your ears, those didn't work. Hello, I'm outside. There is no such thing as Wi-Fi when you're driving a truck 7 hours a day. Hello, that doesn't work. So they give me the snap-ons, and so I really don't wear those because I wear ear muffs. I'm using machines, so it doesn't fit under there. If it's on the outside, it's like, whoo, okay, that's just gonna stay home until I go out somewhere. Then I'll use it. Otherwise, I'm not wasting money on batteries for the freaking hearing aid. I don't think so. I want to keep my pennies in my pocket. If I was rich, I'd say I'd keep my dollars in my pocket. I'm not. I'm keeping pennies in my pocket. I ain't paying for nobody else's house, nobody else's car. Keeping my pennies in my pocket. I work too hard for my money. All right. So, we got the Big 5 work boots. We got the Circle K. I spent $10.22. It was probably on some, like, candy bars or something in April, okay? It was just a little treat for me. Of course, that's going to be it for the year. And then, I put down in my credit union, I did a, all the credit unions in the county I live in, who pays the highest interest for checking and savings. And I don't bank. I've never banked, maybe like 50 years ago. I do credit unions because it's actually for the community, and it's for the people that actually work and live in the community. So I have free, no interest checking. It's 35.35% APY in my savings, and the HSA health savings account is what I was researching. That of all the credit unions, was the only one that pays 0.75% APY. So that's almost 75 cents a dollar, folks. So yeah, you just put in there. I was doing $5 a payday direct deposit into that. And then after all this cancer crap is over, I'm back to work in September. I then started doing $20 a payday. And so it's collecting more and more interest. The HSA is good because it's like a 401k. So basically you're saving all of your money. It's not going where it doesn't need to go, and then later you're like, oh my god, where'd my money go, right? So we got I earned in January 21 cents per month. February was 59 cents per month. March was 69 cents per month. I don't know, I might took some out. April, 68 cents. May was 75 cents. And in June was 74 cents because I had to borrow some, who knows, or something. So anyways, each month I'm adding my interest in, and it's 35% APY. Okay, so the donations, I do $20 per month to the Humane Society. So my electric usually runs about $40 a month. Unless it's summer, because I live in the desert, it can go up to double that, almost $90 a month. Okay, I live in an RV. It's 200 square foot living space. So the fact is that I'm not wasting money. I'm saving my money. So my money is costing me, I pay, what is it? $203.13 per month, because it's less than $2,500 per year. So, for medical, then we get high deductible, and that's how I got the HSA at my bank, high deductible through my work. So basically, I pay up to $2,500 per year. Anything over that, the insurance pays. So, you know, when I was going through all that cancer treatment, that was well over $100,000. All I paid was $2,500. So after a couple months, dude, my prescriptions were free. Everything was free because I paid my $2,500. So it's called planning. So on a side note, I knew in my 20s I was going to need a place to live. In my 60s, so I bought over 5 acres in another state. In my 20s, for when I turned 60, I would have a place to live. So I paid that off many, many years ago. It was only $3,000. So I basically pay $45 to $50 a year in property tax. So that land's always there. And in my RV, if something ever hits the fan, crapola, then I just get a truck and I pull my RV over there, and my RV is paid for. I paid cash when I moved in, sold my manufactured home and paid cash. So I can have my RV sitting on my land. I got over 5 acres. Voila. Only thing I have to do is pay what? $50 a year for property tax. It's called planning, folks. It's called planning. Okay, it's inevitable, so just deal with it. Learn to put the stressors on another level. So if something's not going the right direction, basically I'm like, okay, welcome to my world when it's not working out right. I look up at the sky and I say, really? How did I get so lucky? Right? So it's not bad. It just needed to change its energy. And so it then goes in the direction it needs to go. So planning 3 particles. Eat, sleep, clothing. 3 particles are the necessities of life. Everything else is not essential. It is what you yourself, ego, wants. So you must live in health first, taste second. All right? Now, let's go back to phone. I'm paying $63 a month, all right, unlimited, because I'm not into like, oh, let's penny pinch these minutes. Who's got time for that? Propane, in the winter, I'll get like 60 to 80 bucks a month, and in the summer, 27. Basically, I would fill it up every 3 weeks. In summer, maybe every 2 months, and I spent what, $27. And then you got my truck insurance. I break it down by the month. So it's $64.92, and someday I'll check to see if I can get something cheaper. And then when it comes to food, it has its own little category. So today, for example, as usual, I wake up at 3 a.m. every day. By 5, I'm already dressed. I'm like doing Word documents. I do a lot of typing, prepping out what am I going to have for my food, because I cook my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks, all on the 1 day a week. And I grocery shop once a month, because who's got time for that stuff every day? I got other things to do. So like today I went to Walmart. I spent $84.67, and I consider that to be food. Wasn't edible, but you must have containers that are going to last a long time. You don't want crappy containers that plastic goes to crap in 2 years in the desert. You just have to throw it away. Why are you wasting your money? So I got these mason jars. So the mason jars are to store my herbs. And I sun-dry my herbs. I've been doing it for 10 years. You know, your red leaf lettuce, your kale, your garlic, your onion, everything. Put out in the sun in 3 days, it's dry. Put it in a little food processor, chop it up, and you have now an herb. That herb is going to last you like 2 years. And these are your vegetables. Okay, instead of 2 weeks. Why waste the money? So, you're going to spend a particular amount. I might spend $500 a month, and that's because I'm getting containers. I'm getting things of this nature. As far as food goes, it's less than $200 a month, because I dry out my foods. I put all my foods, I chop it up. 10 pounds of carrots, chop it up in the food processor. You put it in a little plastic container, pop it in the freezer. You got carrots for like, God, what, 4 months, 6 months? You're going to have food for a long time. So this morning I wake up at 3 a.m. I start my beans, because I'm going to have like 10 different beans with some different types of lentils, maybe some dried corn, dried peas, you know, your dried goods. Pop that in there. It's done. I'm now dressed. I'm ready to go. It's 2 hours later. It's 5 o'clock. Load up the truck, because you're going to get to the laundromat. I get 4 rolls of quarters every time I go to the bank once a month to get money orders or whatever. I don't pay online, because me and electronics have never been friends. Things get lost. So I want a paper trail. So I get that paper in the mail. This is how much you owe for this bill or this bill. The only bills that I have basically is Amazon. Oh, this looks cute. Let me go buy this, right? So I get the paper in the mail. I now just got another credit card, Lowe's, because I go to that home improvements down the street. It's close. So yeah, they say I have, my credit score is like 800. I have better buying power than most, because I don't have any bills. I don't desire. Did that for years and been there, done that. I'm moving on. So, you want to make sure that you budget your food. So, I do my international market, probably maybe twice a year. So you can get foods from Africa, you can get foods from Australia, you can get foods from India, China. It's the international market. So I go over there and I might spend, I don't know, $300-400. So if I'm spending $400, divide that up by 12 months. So then you got the Food City, which is the Mexican food store. And then you got Sprouts, and that's a health food store. So there I spent, let's see, $93 in January, $30 in February, $40 in March. And that's it. I haven't been back since, because everything I got there, it goes in the freezer. And then I go to Walmart. You know, I spent $91 in January. 311 in February, 275 in March, 238 in April, nothing in May and June. And then this month I went and I'm getting containers. I got one of those little deals I always been wanting. You put the thing in your hand and you put whatever you want on top. It's gonna say, I do it for my herbs. I'm gonna put it on my mason jars. So I'm gonna put I don't know, turmeric. You punch that in, it puts it in a label. So it's going to come out the little plastic label to put on my mason jars. So I got one of those little deals. Always been wanting one, so I finally got one. So I can label all of my herbs. So I have the little mason jars for the herbs that, because my medicine cabinet, my prescription medicine cabinet is my herbs. So my herbs will keep me healthy. So basically you could spend time, money, and energy on doctors, prescriptions, and hospitals, or time, money, and energy on your health. And if you have no health, you have nothing in life. And who wants to go to the doctor and prescriptions and hospitals? Done enough of that in my life. I don't want to keep going there. So I have no health problems. They took out 28 years ago, they took out my thyroid because the doctor was so old and gibbly. He didn't know any other way, so they took it out. So anyways, it regulates a lot of body parts. So that's the only medication I take every month. Otherwise, I know what to do to eliminate whatever. And then I'm vegan, so whatever I eat, it's eliminated in 24 hours. Bye-bye. I don't want nothing sticking. I'm a 59-year-old woman at 110 pounds. Thank you very much. And it took a lot of work to get here. And I want to start working out again. I just haven't found the time because I'm like so busy. So when I work out, it would have to be at 4 a.m. when I get to work because we start work at 5. So working out for half hours, getting your stretching in, and a little bit of stomach crunches because I was up to 600 crunches a day, 4 days a week. Jog in the high school bleachers, 25 times up, 25 times down, 4 days a week because I was in training. Because I'm in training for vegan bodybuilding, belly dancing. How do you promote your books for free? You go into competitions. So that's what I was in training for. And I will get back there again. It's just I have a few other things to take care of. So your food budget is going to be basically $400 at the limit per person. You want a healthy lifestyle? Spend it on your health, not your doctor, prescriptions, and hospitals. When you know how to take care of your health, and I'm a metaphysician, alternative doctor, non-drug practitioner. So my prescriptions to you would be sort of like, I'd tell you your color, I would tell you your number, I would tell you the herb, because we all auric zone, which comes out your chakras, vibrational vibration of rhythmic rhythms. So the foods like carrots have a particular vibration that does it regulate with your vibration. So for instance, when you listen to heavy metal, rock and roll, you vibrate at a number 4. So everyone has their own vibration, and does it regulate with the foods that you eat. And then you have to remember, histamine intolerant, aka food allergies. The allergies are become inflammation, which is itis, which comes from the pollen, not pollution, pollen in the trees and plants, and this is why you get inflammation. So that is a whole nother vibration. So everything is regulated by numbers. The universe, the stars, you, your atoms, your protons, everything. So keep in mind, the right side of your body is male, number 3. The left side of your body is female, number 6. Number 9 is the whole being balance. That is the void. Now that is in metaphysics and feng shui. So you want to make sure that your budget, to keep your peace of mind, you will divide it up by month. Every time you get a receipt, you come home. I do it once a week. I make my piles of papers once a week. Then I go in, I plug in my numbers. I don't care the settings, you know, what font it is and all that. I don't care. It's just in there to read your spreadsheet. That's all. So right now, my soup has been done for a little bit. So yeah, I did my beans, took my veggies out of the freezer, left it on the sink top. Hour and a half later, they're defrosted, pop it in the pan with the beans. Then you put in your herbs. 2 hours later, you got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Or you can have that as your lunch and your dinner. And then I make my oatmeal loaded, which was on another video I did previously. And that I will be making next. I needed my pan. I have one pan. I don't need a bunch of pans. I don't like to do dishes. This is why I have a one-pot meal. Love to have my space. Life is love. Love is life. Blessings from Reverend Lewis. And thank you for your support.